In this session, we will look at another practical way to use elastic IPs, which we briefly introduced in a previous session. First, let's connect to the VPC01 public EC2 A1 instance using a web browser. From the search bar, type EC2 and move to the EC2 menu. Go to the Instances menu, and from the Instances screen, select VPC01 public EC2 A1, then copy the public IPv4 address. And open a new tab in your browser, paste the IP address into the address bar, and press Enter. You will see the same web page we saw in the previous session that shows instance information. Now leave this browser tab open. We will test something using the same elastic IP. Go back to the Management Console. In the EC2 menu, right-click Elastic IPs and open it in a new tab. You will see the elastic IP we previously created, and currently it is associated with the instance VPC01 public EC2 A1. Now we will disassociate the elastic IP and reassign it to the new instance VPC01 public EC2 C1. Select the IP, click Actions, and choose Disassociate Elastic IP Address. In the window, click Disassociate again. Once this is done, the elastic IP is no longer associated with any resource. Now let's assign this IP to the new instance. With the IP still selected, click Actions again, then click Associate Elastic IP Address. If this option is not available yet, close the Actions menu, wait a few seconds, and refresh the page. Then try again. Once the association screen appears, set the resource type to Instance. Select VPC01 public EC2 C1, then click Associate. Go back to the elastic IP screen and you will see that the IP is now associated with the new instance. Next, return to the Instances screen. Refresh the page, and you will see that the public IP, which was linked to VPC01 public EC2 A1, is now linked to VPC01 public EC2 C1. Copy this public IP, open a new browser tab, paste the IP into the address bar, and press Enter. The page will load again with instance metadata. But if you compare this to the previous tab, you will see that, while the public IP is the same, the instance ID and private IP are different. This means that although we used the same public IP, the actual instance behind it has changed. Now let's reassign the elastic IP to the original instance. In the elastic IP screen, select the IP again, click Actions, and choose Disassociate Elastic IP Address. Click Actions again, click Associate Elastic IP Address. This time, select the instance as a resource type and select VPC01 public EC2 A1. And click Associate. Go back to the Instances screen, click Refresh. Select VPC01 public EC2 A1, copy the public IPv4 address again. Open a new browser tab and paste the IP, then press Enter. The web page loads again, and if you compare this page to the previous one, you will see that the public IP remains the same. But the instance ID and private IP are different, so we know that the elastic IP has returned to the original instance. As we saw in this session, an elastic IP is a fixed public IP address that you can use repeatedly. It is not tied to a single instance, and you can freely associate and disassociate it between multiple instances. One useful way is to switch elastic IPs between instances just as we did here. For example, if you need to replace a running web server with a new one, you can set up the new web server in advance and then simply move the elastic IP from the old instance to the new one. With this, you can replace the server with minimal disruption. And that concludes the session. In this session, we learned how Elastic IP works and looked at some practical ways it can be used. In the next session, we will learn how to configure and use Elastic Network Interface,